So, let's haul them. Hey guys, so as you could have seen, I have a lot of books today. I placed an order on Amazon. There's a little ad for a Lego. I placed an order on Amazon for a lot of books because I was just feeling like I'm running out of books to read. I need to get some more books. So here I am. And I'm going to haul them all. This is sort of a impulse kind of thing because I don't really buy a lot of books at the same time. I kind of like accumulate them over the weeks. But there's always this really good feeling when you order a lot of things in one big order, and when it comes you're like so satisfied because it's a lot of things to unbox. That's how I feel when I got these in the mail. So the first book I bought is Slammed by Colleen Hoover. This is a book that has been pretty raved about on BookTube, so I really thought I would get it. And I read a synopsis that has slam poetry in it, which obviously I'm a fan of. This is sort of a romance YA novel, and it's about this girl who just moved and she has a lot of responsibility on her hands because her father just died, and she has this romance with Will, who is a guy that lives across the street. And however, one day there's some sort of conflict and that results in them not getting together, and so it's like a huge love story. I have heard a lot of good things about Colleen Hoover. Apparently she writes really good romance novels. I do have one of her novels here. I have Confess. I haven't actually read it yet. I tried reading it, but then I think I sort of just put it down and kind of forgot about it. So I'm hoping this will get me into Colleen Hoover because I hear great things. I also have this book called Nimona. This is actually a comic book. I don't read comic books that much, so I thought I would get into them. And also, I love the illustration, I love the cover. Oh my god, the illustrations are amazing! Oh my god. I'm so excited for this. I'm going to read this right after I finish this video. Apparently it's set in this kind of magical world. Our main character is a shapeshifter, which her name is Nimona. And apparently she has a sidekick and they're all villains, and they kind of have this mission to prove that this high and mighty person isn't actually who everyone thinks they are, which sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, there's dragons in this. I'm really into this. I'm very excited to read this, and I'm really glad I got it. Some of these books I actually bought for school because I have to read them for school. And one of those books is Songs of Innocence and of Experience by William Blake. This is a collection of poetry. Oh my god. There's a lot of really cool pictures in this book. I thought it was just gonna be poetry. No, there's pictures. It's a collection of all his famous poems, I suppose. There you go. These poems, as suggested by the title, are sort of about innocence and the world and humanity, I suppose. So, very excited to read that. I kind of have to for school. Another one of the books I have to read for school is Othello by William Shakespeare, and I don't think this needs much explaining. It's a play. Now back to the more exciting kind of books. I have All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. First of all, can we just appreciate how gorgeous this cover is? And it's hardback, which I'm so happy about. This book is actually another book that's been really raved about. However, I didn't actually hear this from any book vloggers or book bloggers. This was recommended to me firstly by my best friend. She read this and she was like, you have to read it, it's amazing. She recommends really good books that I really love, so when she recommended this to me, I was like, of course I will read this. And it's about a boy and a girl. I think they both have mental illnesses, and they sort of meet together when one of them is about to commit suicide, and this kind of love story blossoms between the two. I haven't read too many books about mental illness, and I would really like to, so that's why I picked this book. I also have Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Believe it or not, I have never actually heard of this book until I saw the trailer for the movie in an ad before like one of the videos I was gonna watch on YouTube. This trailer was super good, so of course I wanted to pick this book up and then maybe watch the movie as well. But first I'm gonna read the book. It's actually quite long. I wasn't expecting it to be quite long. Apparently the back of the synopsis says that it is about this girl called Louisa Clark, I think, and she used to have a really stable life and a stable job, but then when she loses her job, she is forced to find another one as a caretaker for a man called Will Traynor, and this Will Traynor guy apparently was really rich and he traveled the world and he saw a lot of things. However, after an accident, he apparently no longer loves life anymore, but then Will and Louisa kind of meet together and this beautiful love story blossoms. I hear that this book made a lot of people cry, so I am ready to read this with a box of tissues by my side. I have a lot of romance novels in this haul, I just realized. I'm really into them at the moment. Speaking of books I have to read for school again, I also have All My Sons by Arthur Miller. I think it kind of concerns the Second World War and a family who has lost their son to war. Very nice. This is actually a play, which I did not expect. I thought it was going to be a novel. Ooh, I'm excited for this next one. This is More Than This by Patrick Ness, and I love the cover. It has this like hole in the middle, in the front of the cover, and then it's like a door. When you open it, it has the title inside. That's a really cool design, and I love the pop of yellow here. I have read a book by Patrick Ness before, which is The Knife of Never Letting Go. I was not too impressed by that book, but I did love Patrick Ness's writing, so I thought I would take a chance with one of his books, and this one really stood out to me. The synopsis is kind of vague and pretty confusing. It's about this guy named Seth who drowned, and suddenly he wakes up alone by himself and with no one around him, even though he remembers himself dying, but apparently he didn't. And this is sort of his venture into this new unfamiliar world that he's suddenly woken up in. I think Seth is homosexual as well, I'm not sure. This was highly recommended to me as well. And it's hardback. Yay! I have 2 more books, which is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, which is a Japanese author actually. This is pretty famous, and I am affronted by the small text on this page. I really hate small text on books because it feels like it's just too crowded and there's so many words that I have to get through. I kind of prefer thicker books with larger spacing and larger text. I don't know. This book I hear is about a lot of children that go to a boarding school together. These students are very special, and years after, Kathy, our protagonist, sort of looks back on her life and understands what makes her special, I think. At least that's what the synopsis says. I hear that this is a dystopian novel, kind of romancy and with a bit of science fiction thrown in. And lastly, I have the book Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer. Now, the main protagonist of this book is actually a 9-year-old child whose father died in 9/11, and Oscar, the 9-year-old child, he finds a key left by his father, and this is a story of him sort of traveling through New York with the key and going on a quest to find out what exactly is the meaning of all this. Everyone says that this book is so amazing and so moving, so I thought I should pick it up and read it. Oh wait! Oh no, I forgot, I have one more. Sorry. The last book, the actual last book, is Orphan Train by Christina Baker Klein. The synopsis of this was really interesting to me, so I thought I should pick it up. The name is very self-explanatory. This book is about a lot of orphan trains that bring home abandoned children. An old woman called Vivian was one of these people, and she rode in these trains when she was young, but she's very old now, and she meets with this teenager who is named Molly, who has to help Vivian clean out her attic. And these two people with very different personalities and backgrounds sort of discover that they have a lot in common with each other. This sounds so interesting. Alright, now that is all of the books that I bought in my haul. I am so excited to read each and every one of them, and I do hope that I get through all of them very soon. That is it for my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! See, the thing is, everyone says that I don't exercise. However, have those people ever tried holding 10 books up for a thumbnail? It's like weightlifting. So in reality, I actually exercise a lot. If I have to raise books like this every time to take a thumbnail. Or at least that's what I tell myself when I stay inside the house 24/7. I'm gonna go read this now. Bye.